What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, and as y'all can see, it's the day of the storm. The day of the storm, man. Don't ask me why I'm out in this rain like this. I kind of just got caught up in it, but um, had to talk about something because yesterday I made a video where I spoke about how white privilege absolutely exists and it is used as a weapon to put black people, in particular black men, in dangerous position with law enforcement. This is a fact. When I made the video, a lot of people were up in arms. I would assume a lot of white people were up in arms, were upset about um, the information and the view that I took. Which, hey, look, you don't live in our world, so I don't expect you to understand, because this is a reality that for a lot of white people, y'all can't fathom this. It doesn't even compute. So while there are some that go, you know what, man, that's messed up, I sympathize with that. That was horrible. That was terrible. While there are some that have that mind frame, there are others who are like, suck it up, quit crying. It's the same for all of us. Hell no, it ain't. No, it's not. And you blind or living in a fantasy world if you think otherwise, if you're not paying attention to how this thing works as it relates to how black people are treated by law enforcement and by the system all the way around compared to how white people are treated in this system. It just is what it is. So people will say, well, you're trying to start a race war. How the hell I'm going to start a race war? A race war been started, but it wasn't by me. And it wasn't by other black people. See, a race war started when we were snatched and brought to this country in the first place. But that's another story for another time. So right here in Houston, Texas, the reason why I'm referencing the video I made yesterday is because when that lady made that phone call and weaponized 911, she was using 911 as a weapon in hopes that her fake fear and fake panic would drive the police to come quicker and possibly do harm or even kill this black man, even though she was the one breaking the rules. So fast forward to what's going on in Houston right now. A brother by the name of George Floyd, who is from Houston, went to school in Houston, but moved to Minneapolis to work. And this brother was murdered by a racist police officer. I'm sure many of you have seen it. I know all the black people have seen it. If you have not seen it, I'm not gonna put the link down below. Not gonna do that. I can't even bear to look at it any more than I've already seen it. But for those of you who may not, go Google it. This brother was a friend of mine. I played basketball with this man. I've known this man for years and didn't even know it was him until a friend of mine made me aware of who it was. And to watch this police officer pin him down and pin his knee against his neck to where he can no longer breathe, all the way up until he died, is nothing less than flat out murder. So people say What are y'all so upset about? Why y'all always protesting? Why are football players kneeling? You're ungrateful. You should be happy you live in this country. To get that? To have that happen to you. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. I wish we could. Pay the way. Because you expose your own racism. You expose your own lack of sympathy when you can look at cases like this, because this is not any, this is the new norm. This is the norm in America. So if you tired of hearing us complain about it, talk about it, then you need to contact some of your white friends that's in high up offices and tell them, hey, we're upset about this. This is not fair. I'm talking some BS right now. But the point of the matter is, man, for this man to be murdered like that in open, plain sight, and it not be the first time it's happened, it's a demonstration to black people that our time in this country is up. And not necessarily from a physical standpoint. I should rephrase that to say our time trying to coexist within this system that was absolutely set up to destroy us and hold us down. That time is up. It's up. Because as long as we continue to operate under the delusional mindset that we're all Americans, we're all accepted as Americans, this is our country too, as long as we continue to think that way, these types of incidents will continue to happen to us. Plain and simple. So George Floyd is dead. The police officers have been fired, to my knowledge. But, of course, that's not enough. What does that mean? We'll wait to see if they're charged. Then if they are charged, we'll wait to see if they are convicted. Then if they're convicted, we'll wait to see what the punishment will be. Because nothing is guaranteed. But the fact of the matter is that until racist law enforcement, until gung-ho racist citizens who take law into their own hands, which is really not law, nothing lawful about it, like in the case of Ahmaud Arbery, until individuals like that start to 100% know and feel consequences for actions like that, it's gonna keep happening. No question of it's gonna keep happening. Because you don't get too far out of pocket in life when you know that there's gonna be a consequence. Certain things that we do, but unless you just don't care no more, or unless you kind of crazy, it's certain things that you are not gonna do because you know the consequences are gonna be a little more extreme than you want to deal with. When these racist police officers kill black men in the streets like that, they do it freely. with no fear of consequence from their superiors, no fear of consequence from their the government or from the justice system, and no fear of consequences from the citizens, from the people, black or white. And just as important, no fear of consequences from their co-workers who stand around and watch it happen. The police officers who stood by and allowed this man to kill George Floyd should all receive a harsh punishment. I can't say the same punishment he's going to get because I don't even know if he's going to get a punishment. They will watch that tape and go, yeah, it was justified. That a man who was totally down and subdued, no threat at all, and you continue to restrict his airflow until you kill him or you put pressure on his back and kill him in some other way. We'll have to see what the cause was. But it hurt me, man, because I was hurt before I knew who he was. Just as I was hurt when it happened to Philando Castile and Tamir Rice and Trayvon Martin, and just to go down that list. All the way up to Ahmaud Arbery. But when I found out that it was one of my partners, man, you know, that took it to another level. That took it to another level because it hit home. So, to all of you white folks who say that our complaints are BS, our complaints are unwarranted, we're race baiting, unsubscribe from me now. Beat it. Hit the dope. I don't need you. Period. Because if you're not clear-minded enough to recognize the flaws in your system, I don't want you around me. Physically or via the internet. And to black people who have a bad habit of waiting on these types of situations to occur and then say, why do y'all always wait until a black man is killed by a white person? Y'all don't make this fuss when it's black on black. What? You go with them. Because that has to be the most ignorant, foolish, inconsiderate statement that you can make. The ignorance comes in because when you say that, I have to ask you the question, who are you talking to? Who are you referring to when you say that black people don't make a fuss about us killing us? Because I don't know, I know many people, many organizations who that's their main focus. I'm a part of a couple of those organizations. That's the main focus. So educate yourselves before you say that, because when you say, why don't we protest when blacks kill blacks? Damn it, we don't have to. When a black man kills a black man, he kills him, he's caught, He goes to jail, he's tried, he's convicted, he's put away. What are you protesting about? But when a white man kills a black man, many times, especially if it's a police officer, many times, he's either not charged or gets a slap on the wrist, charged, maybe gets convicted and gets some BS time, not charged, gets some administrative leave, or just loses his job. That's a call for outrage, not artificial outrage, not acting like we're mad. So learn the difference before you say that. And stop caping for murderers. Stop putting on your cape to run to the side and run to the aid of people who are killing black people off wholesale. Stop doing that. If you in that crowd, unsubscribe from me right now, please. You don't gotta make a speech. Just unsubscribe. Don't buy my music. Because a lot of y'all say things like, man, K, I used to listen to you, man, and now no, you never listened to me. Because my philosophies and my ideologies have not changed from the time I dropped my first solo album. The mind frame I'm in now is the same as it was when I was 22 years old. So you have not listened to me. You heard some stuff and you thought, but you misinterpreted. Big time. So you can go. And lastly, I just want to shout out to the family of my homie, George Floyd. I always just called him Floyd, because we used to play ball, man. And just condolences to his family. And condolences to the family of Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. And all of our brothers and sisters who have been unjustly murdered at the hands of racist police officers or just racist citizens in this country. So when you see a video like I made yesterday, this is what I'm talking about. This is why, right here. This is why. See? Y'all can't go around here acting like this is not happening. This is not happening. Then you have these white supremacist groups that are on the internet that co-sign these actions that you claim to be upstanding American citizens, but you see these posts where it says, great job by the officers, great job. One sign said, one guy said, I hope it didn't breathe before it died. He said it. He referred to a man, a black man, as an it. I hope it didn't breathe before it died. So you can live in that fantasy world all you want, or you're really not living in the fantasy world. You know what's going on. You just don't want to push it. And if you got friends like that, if you claim it ain't you, and you got friends like that, check your friends. Let me see if you'll check your friends. Or disassociate yourself. Yeah. Check your parents. Let's see if you'll check your own grandmother. See? So, one love, man. I done said everything I want to say. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.